What's up, gang? How you guys doing? How are you? How's everybody? Hope your weekend is going well. It's not over yet. Yeah, fam was alright. How was your last few days of last week? How was Thursday and Friday? Did you guys trade? I honestly think well, outside of the signals on Friday, did you guys trade? Thursday was a really high volume day, wasn't it? Outside of the signals, nice. Good, taking your own positions, it's lovely. Let's draw up some levels. Since the session started, right? The daily's pulled up here, created a top wick. We closed bearish on Friday, so we'd expect this to come down, right? Create a bottom wick for today at some point. Let's drop some levels here. I think off of 30 here is a solid level. Actually, both of these are solid levels, but I think this makes more sense. Got this little 100 pip range here. I like this better. No, I don't. I'm lying. I like this better. That's our range. Let's see if we can find some support here on a smaller time frame. I think we have a chance to tap the top of the range before we head down, but let's see what this candle does, because if it can flip bullish here, we might have some buys. Not flip bullish, re-break the highs. We might have buys to the top of the range. But if it closes bearish here, and if it closes bearish below 27.37, we're gonna look for some shorts, right? But we're gonna need like a 15 or a 30 closure like this, and we're gonna need a top wick to this area right here. Runs across. If we get a top wick to here, we can take the flip, not the top wick. This is our entry, continuing with the daily bias. But if we break these highs, then you have this candle bouncing. There's a small minor support over here if you see previously. Right here. Oh wait, there are people waiting. There are people waiting. Okay, here we go. Sorry, people at the Zoom door. But there, what I was saying is there's a support that runs across here. And if we just kind of bounce off of here with a bottom wick and break the high, then we're gonna look for buys up here, right? And with a bottom wick like this, and this is what we'll end up looking like if that happens. Sorry. So we'll see. For now, if we get that strong bearish closure down here, we're looking for a top wick on the next candle, but you need a 15 or a 30 closure. Okay. I didn't catch any of the signals. Oh yeah, because you didn't expect the signals, right? I saw you put that. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting signals. The daily's made a top wick, but is this enough of a top wick to drive us down, or are we still gonna head up and make a steeper top wick before eventually heading down? Haven't seen Eddie, haven't seen the market mechanic in a little while. Where have they been? Yeah. Haven't seen Speven here, haven't seen SL. Busybodies. Let's see. Yeah. Bougie typically shows up a little bit later because of the gym. Market mechanics on his way home from voting. Nice. That's a W. Yeah, I voted last week, 8 days ago. I voted last week, Saturday. Yeah, where's Nick? Where's All City Kenny? Where you at, fellas? Oh, there's Nick. Welcome, welcome. What do we have this week? Nothing Monday. Who's trading on Tuesday? Which one of yous will be trading on Tuesday? Yeah, this shit was definitely bearish. I wouldn't say me, but that would be Cap. Yeah, it's gonna get interesting. I don't know. Are the markets gonna be open on Tuesday itself? I'm not sure. If your broker is gonna be open, not the market. Is your broker gonna be open? I don't see why not. but it can get, I don't know, it's gonna get pretty volatile. Yeah, don't bring that bullshit in here, options. Let's keep that out of here. Ain't gonna happen. Polls show razor thin race, 48 hours to go. Chat. Pennsylvania. That's where it will be determined. I think Pennsylvania determines the race. Whoever takes Pennsylvania, I think will win the election. Chat, we're in this little range, right? And it's a pretty nice rejection back down, so you kind of have a level here, right? So you can call this a fake out, but you're gonna need a closure below this area, and you're gonna need a top wick up there. If gold is able to pull this off, we will have sells on the flip right as this wick comes back down. We need this area for a top wick. 30 seconds here. If it doesn't reach that area and it flips, I won't take it. I'll wait for it to drive through. The only way I'll take it is if we're actually able to tap this area and then flip bearish. Okay, roughly there. Looks like we're closing below here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, so it looks like the 15 closed below there. Barely below it. So I would need a top wick here up to this area. We can get that top wick to there and a flip. We will be all over it like shit on Velcro. Hey, Javi in the house. What's the deal, bro? Because for now, this looks like the 30 and the hourly bottom wick. But if the 15 rejects, I don't want this reject right here off this previous support. I want it to reject off a previous resistance in this case. Oh, shit. How much room is there here? The wick fill is 10 pips. Oh, you're at the Zoom door. My bad. I didn't realize. Yeah, chat. Day after tomorrow, we're gonna know if it's World War III or if it's cheap gas. Is this the flip? I don't know. If it is, I won't be in it. If this is a 15 flip, I won't be in it. I'm gonna wait for the 30 to close. If we come up here and then flip, I'll be in it. Just came to the Pennsylvania talk. I heard Scott Russell talk about 30% more applications for Republicans and Democrats for that state. Yeah, surprisingly, the early turnout has been, typically Democrats got that. It's been on the Republican side. I don't really trust this flip. There's a chance we could flip here. We haven't rejected off this area, and there's a chance we could flip here, not drive down, and come back up to this area, at which point it'll look like a 30 and an hourly flip. So I would rather tap that area first and then come down without, this way we come down, I'm not going to be like, all right, we still haven't tapped this area. Does it need to? No, but I'm going to have more confidence in my position if it does tap that area. Yeah, 5 looking wants to come down, 15 looking like it wants to come down. Hold on a second, gang. Or it doesn't come down right now and we get a 30 closure like this and we're looking for the same top wick. But if it created this top wick in the first 5 minutes, I don't know, we'll see. Why'd you pick 27, 39, 72 as LV1 top wick? Because this would kind of give it the motion, right? Right, you have your shoulder, head, another shoulder right here, right? This would be the motion if it comes back to this area and then flips. And that's what market tends to do. It doesn't tend to reject off this area unless you've been driving heavily off that area. Like in this case, you're driving heavily on the higher time frame, that's how you're rejecting. But I've just seen this play out. Like I've seen this flip and not drive and then come back to this area. I've seen it many times where it'll flip here, not drive, come back up there. And even if when it does come back up here, we're not sure if it's still going to come down and flip, right? It's just experience talking, brother. But if it doesn't come down and flip, great. That's the hourly flipping bullish, the 30 flipping bullish. So, we saved ourselves some heartache. You want to have that confidence that you're not coming back to this level, but you're not coming back to it after you tap it, not before you tap it. Before you tap it, you're not sure. You might not. After you tap it and flip, you shouldn't be coming back there. Yeah, we should be seeing more volume coming in early, exactly, because they just changed the clocks. But there's been plenty of times where I've been stuck in this position, where I've taken a short here, and the market came back up. You might see it like it played out here. Got this bearish closure and then whoop, took off. Patience. Might happen on this 5, yeah, it might. It rebroke the high here though, so I don't know. It made a top wick, tried to come down and rebroke the high. Ooh, 5 has no top wick. Yeah, you're right. It might happen on this 5. That previous 5 has no top wick. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's not guess. Wait, time change? Yeah, the clocks went back an hour. So you're technically getting an hour more of sleep, but now it starts getting dark earlier. Say that again? I can't hear you. Wait, how does your clock go forward? You can't. Daylight savings time ends in the fall. Oh, all right, all right, all right. I gotcha. Yes, it's 8:30 now. Typically, right now it would be 9:30, right? But the clocks went back an hour. Not the same room. You moved out during the weekend. Ah, first one to notice. I'm in a different office. Fish tank, this is my lizard tank. That's where I torture the lizards that eat my mangoes. Same basement you kept on in. Yep. Yes, sir. He's on an only mango diet. Yeah, there's no more lizards and squirrels in my neighborhood after I made this torture device public. They walk around my yard now. So the hourly don't flipped here, huh? Oh no, it didn't. Almost did. Sorry. 15 might see that top wick. Once we tap that area, it doesn't mean it's going to start coming down. It means now if it starts coming down, we can have sells on the break of the lows. If we break the lows. On this 15 minutes. So if in the next 5 minutes we break this low, 27.36.5, we'll take shorts. It's got to happen in the next 5 minutes. Oh, nice. SL's weekly recaps look good. No one did a weekly recap this week though. Oh, they're talking about how Camel Toe didn't go on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan invited her and she didn't go on. What's up, brother? How are you? What was that? What are you doing? Okay. It's like a side gig that you know how to do, and he was just like, yeah, I'd rather hire you than somebody else. Yeah, build that up. A little savings account. Hold on a second, gang. So we closed bearish here on the 30, which isn't bad, but this 15 is a pretty bullish candle. So if we can look at the 4 hour, 4 hour is a massively bullish candle so far. And if we can say, if we can make this bottom wick first and start coming up and close bullish on this 30, which would close the 1 hour weak bearish, which would close the 4 hour strong bullish, we get a bottom wick on the next 1 hour. We might come up. It's kind of interesting. You can play both angles here. But the thing is, once the 4 hour closes, you don't want to be in the sells after the 4 hour close. You want to be looking for a ride up if this is how you close on the 4 hour. We still have never tapped that area that I was looking for, right on the 15, right here. Hey, JOB funding, that's right. Best funding there is. Yeah, this could flip and come down, but that 15 closed bullish. You just have to start breaking the lows, or I at least would like to tap these areas across the board, 2739.6, before we start coming down. If not, I'm just not looking for anything here. It looks great on a 30. Looks great. I'm just not convinced this is the drive. Could be. but I'm not too convinced. 15 had a chance, right? 15 had a chance to come up, flip. It came down in the last minute. It came back up. So probably needs more orders. I still want these levels to be tapped. If not, then we'll just wait on the 4 hour. How much room we got here? 12. All right, because any moment, right? This kind of closed back in range above here. So at any moment, this could flip bullish and just have a bullish candle with a bottom, small bottom wick here coming up. But the 30, the 30, the 30, the 30. Yeah, just different stories, different time frames. Case of not having all the time frames lined up yet. Just yet, right? If they don't all line up just yet, just wait a little. They will line up eventually. Moving to Europe in about 3 weeks, so the Asian session will be after 1 a.m. there. Hold on, where do you live right now? You was in Florida, but you moved to Argentina. Why'd you move to Argentina? Messi said, fuck Argentina, I'm moving to Florida. Damn. So you don't care about the election, man. Moving to Portugal. Damn, this guy's just visiting all of the soccer greats. So after Portugal, where you going? Brazil? He's going from Messi land to Sui land. To see where Mr. Ronaldo's from, and then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go to Brazil? Check out Pele's childhood home. Met my girlfriend 2 years ago, and she's now pregnant. Well, I hope it's yours. You met her 2 years ago, and now she's pregnant. You having a girl? Yeah. Congratulations. That's a blessing. LOL got the test to see if it's yours. That's crazy. How does that conversation go with your girl? Hey, I'm gonna need you to go prove it. I need you to go prove that it's mine. That's a tough conversation. What'd you do? Take her on Maury? Oh. Nice. Nah, you should have brought an envelope from Maury. We're going to Maury. You are not the father. Honey, you'll never guess. We were invited to Jerry Springer. W. Congratulations. I have 3 girls, but I got 4 women because I got a wife. It's living with 4 women, but I got 3 daughters. Yeah, it's awesome. The thing is, the first one, your first kid in general is the one you make all the mistakes on as a parent, right? So you're obviously all the following kids will typically have an easier time because you're learning as well. Just be more patient. I wish somebody told me that, like, just you need more patience. But no, like, I don't know if it would have even clicked if they said. I would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, there are times where you're like, ah, that's what the fuck you talking about. Yeah, just be very patient, especially with the girls. Let your girl be the bad cop. With girls, you got to be the good cop because you got to set an example for the kind of man they eventually you're gonna end up with, right? Versus like your girl, she's just, you know, your mother. And the same thing for the boys. It would be the opposite for boys. The mother would set an example. She would have to be the good cop, and you'd be the bad cop. Well, that starts off by you just setting an example. Eventually, that's what she'll look for, right? Well, you gotta treat her, you know, a certain way that she'll get accustomed to it. That when she's looking for a partner or companion, she'll look for those same qualities. Right? You can't avoid them making like just stupid decisions. She's gonna make stupid decisions. It's gonna be dumb mistakes, but there's like overall long-term qualities that she's gonna look for in a person. They're gonna be coming from you. The qualities she'll have as a woman will probably come from your wife. Yeah. Well, you know, the wife means just whoever your girl, your baby mama. Yeah. W, congrats. That's so crazy. I think we're gonna start a men's support group. Men's support group live stream. Chat, we've tapped this area on the 30. The one we were talking about, and we are now flipping. Yeah, the 30 and the 1 hour are just so. Wonder how much further we can go here. It makes so much sense though. How much to fill the 15? 7, 8 pips. Break of the lows, gang. Re-breaking the lows. I want to be in here, but this 1 hour just scares the shit out of me. Because 4 hour closes soon. As it pulls down, you want to take a bottom wick. But there's just room to fill it. It's got room to come down before the closure of the 1 hour. Chat. Let's take a sell right here. I'm gonna take a sell as we're breaking that low. Just took one. Just made sense. It's at the area that we wanted. I know the 1 hour is telling a bit of a different story, but it did everything I wanted, and we still have 20 minutes to drive for this 1 hour. So. we're kind of mid-range. So I think the next 4 hour will also have to make a bottom wick. I just got in here at my entry is 2737.46, but it's a bit off from here price. It just did everything I wanted on the 30, on the 15. It tapped that top wick area that I wanted. It broke the lows. It's hard for me to avoid everything that I wanted it to do. It'll be tight though if this 1 hour flips. Took that on a very, very wick. Look, my entry, 4-6 right here. Very wick of that. Ugly. Did everything I wanted. As far as stops, I don't really have stops, you guys know, but roughly that area. As far as the drive, your peak would probably be these wicks to the left, I think. This area, but everything will be done manually here for the most part. Reflipping. I don't know. It's a very tough area on the 5, right? On the 5, you have that little head and shoulder thing going on, but I really want to break right through it. I was thinking of adding on a position as we start coming up here, but I'd rather do that after the 4 hour close. I'd rather see the 4 hour close through. Closing. Weak bullish, but still bullish, so that's not too great. You'd want to see a top wick here first. If it's a bottom wick first, yeah, I'd need a top wick here. If it's a bottom wick first, we might end up closing out if we get to BE. Can we get there? Nah. This needs a top wick before it can come down. The 15. 30 looks good, but the 15 I think needs a top wick. If it doesn't have one, it's going to come up and make one. entry's 4.6, 7.46 or 7. It's crazy. My entry is below what the wick is here, so the price is maybe like a pip or two off on the broker. My entry's probably below, it never even got to my entry price here on a window. Yeah, the 15's flip bullish, so it's giving you that top wick. But will the 1 hour flip and drive, or will we hold here? Yeah, it looks like the 1 hour wants to flip bullish. Okay, I'm gonna take another sell right here. Just took a sell as this 5 flip bearish. Go back, go back. It's right. The previous 5 closed right at this area we were looking for top wicks, which is a resistance area. There's no top wick on that previous 5. We made a top wick first, then we flipped bearish, so that's why I'm in there on that 5. Got 9 minutes for the hourly candle. Spread's a bit jumpy. My spreads just went up to 4, so maybe volume coming in. Yeah, it's jumping between 2 and 4. Which direction is volume coming in though? The 15 does have a top wick now. Ugly, 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 ugly. There's 7 minutes for the 1 hour candle. Bullish flip might give this a leg candle, or it might just drive it against us. Personally, I like the 1 hour to close bearish, or bullish no top wick, either or. But 6 minutes is a long time. We might be at the top of the range at like 43 by then. Ugly ass 1 hour candle. There's a flip, 5 minutes to go. So let's see. We'll see. 4 hour close is also here. It's a strong 4 hour candle. You'd expect the bottom wick on the next 4 hour candle. So ideally it comes up first, which would invite more drawdown, right? But there's just, it's going to depend on the closure. It's going to depend on how it closes. Would you say we have like a zone at 40 areas, or we were on the 1 hour? Minor. It's a minor area. There's like we're re-breaking the highs on the 1 hour, right? So the only thing we have going for us is the fact that the 1 hour is almost over and we haven't driven. But the issue is the 4 hours closing massively bullish. So depending on how the next 4 hour opens, it's gonna make a big difference. Yeah, that's gonna be the key. Massive ranges. 2 minutes. One minute on this 1 hour and the 4 hour candle. I didn't want to pull back right now. I didn't want it to create a top wick. Because this is creating a top wick for a 4 hour. Let's see what happens. We might have positions really soon here. Closing it. Chat, let's take another sell right as it's closing. Right here, I just took another sell. Alright, gonna close full right here at break even. Well, pulled up a bit right when I closed full as we're making a bottom wick on this 4 hour. So I'll give you the count right now. RJ will give you the count. It was at break even for a second when I pressed, but I don't think it closed break even because by the time it came back to everything, it's just, yeah. 6 positions that moved back up like 2 or 3 pips. Yeah, I think mine came out to also like minus 10 per, so I think I'm around minus 20 pips. It's okay. Last trade off stream, you unfortunately lost to 17.9. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but the market gave us a chance to manage risk here because this is a bullish 4 hour close. There's a chance this rips up. I'm okay with 17 pips. It's fine. Because the hourly, the thing is, the hourly, right, at the very last moment, we saw some bearish volume, right? It didn't really rip up. And I said, I don't want this top wick because it's going to give this a range to come up. So I figured if the momentum to close out the hourly came down, right, bearish. So we were probably going to start the next 4 hour with a bottom wick, especially with this hour closing pattern, right? And the bottom wick came back to break even, so I just pressed closed out break even. It's just by the time I went through 6 positions, it came back up like right away. So that was the reason for the third position. It's just the way we started closing on that 4 hour pulling back. I figured we're gonna make it to the bottom wick first. It's all right. It's quite a bit of risk on the table, right? There's for a position that didn't drive when we needed it to. At this point, it's risk management, right? It can make a steeper bottom wick. It can continue driving down for all I know, but that was a heavy bullish 4 hour close that if we flip, it's gone up. It's gone and it's going up. I also can't take this flip. I can't take this bullish flip. It's a 4 hour, but it's not bouncing off anything. This is a strong resistance before. Yeah, I guess you could say it's bouncing off this level right here. But then if it is bouncing, right, why did this 1 hour, instead of driving up, it just came back and closed bearish? Yeah, I probably wouldn't trade in here. right now. I would need to see this really either pull up, tap 43 and come down, and then we'll look for sells, or I need it to come down here to 34 areas again. I lost 19 pips even though I closed in profits. Yeah, the pullback was too quick. The thing is, like, if the if you're 6 positions in, right, and the market bounces up 3 pips, right, 6 times 3 is 18 pips. So that's, you know, that's what happened to me. That's what happened to you. It's all right. It's just it was a move of 3. Those 3 pips don't matter, right? That they're irrelevant, right? It's 3 pips on 6 positions. What matters is just, you also had 6 positions. Yeah, that's basically it. Think about it. It's spread. Honestly, if my spread's jumping from 2 to 4 right now, it's spread on all positions. That's why you're really down. But I can't, right? I can't, in all honesty, leave this position open if it gave us a chance to get out, because it's no longer our position, right? Once our position was this 30 driving and flipping. Once that doesn't happen and it closed bullish here, right? Once we needed this candle to look like this. This is our position. If it doesn't look like that, then it's no longer our position. It's on to the next part of the trade, which is the risk management part. And this is going to be the difference between break even, right, and saving your money for the next trade and approaching the next trade with more funds, or, I'm sorry, between being profitable or break even, right? You can be profitable and really save your funds here. These 18 pips are irrelevant, right? That pullback of 3 pips is really irrelevant when you're able to save yourself 100 pips to approach the next position that's yours, right? When the position is yours, you'll hold it longer. But don't need to marry it if it's giving you data, right? If it's printing data against you, it's no longer the position you planned for. No longer position you planned for, you do your best to manage risk at that point. That's why entries, a lot of times, right, waiting on an entry is key, because entries that let you manage risk eventually down the line are the optimal thing here. You really want an entry that if you are wrong, that's how I approach the trade. Where if you, in case you're wrong, will this entry give you a chance to manage risk or add on pineapples, or will put you in a position where you're not going to get burned? Let's come down further. We'd be in profits here right now. Yeah, I mean, like, but it's all this area, right? The whole point is you need to close within here. Yeah, just that if it flips, then you're out. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense, but it would also be this area. Anywhere within this area, you got to manage risk. Once the market comes here, whether it's down here, whether if you were able to close immediately and it gave you 1 pip or 0 or, you know, or 10 or minus that, it's relevant as long as it's in this area. You got to manage risk here. Do you update the session trades when you're not live streaming? What do you mean? No, only the live stream trades are counted here. If I'm taking a position that's not on the live stream, it's not on here. So if you get signals, remember you got signals on Friday, they're not part of this record. Only the things that are taken on the live stream and shown live, that's what goes on here. And there you see why that's the area you have to manage risk. You don't want to be in here right now. That was a bullish 4-hour close. You don't want to be in this area. This market has potential all the way up to here. Let's update that. Let's update these cells. Loss number 45 since we began streaming a few years back. Loss 45 is wild. Yeah. 400 trades, 45 losses. More than 400 trades, right? I mean, or was that trade number like 4-1? Where are we? 45. That's, the math ain't mathin'. 69 and 40, that's 309. So we're at 402 trades. Oh, Jay got there. Jay, man, this guy's... They do math different over there in Europe, bro. You're going to be in the right place. They're really good at math. That was trade number 402. Nah, Jay got that Euro brain. Yeah, I think we're gonna come up here. I don't know if it's gonna re-break the lows, but even if it does, I believe the 4-hour here should come up. Not drive up, but I think we need to re-break these highs. We need to come down off something, right? There's a chance we end up looking like this, but I think it would be better if we, if we come up off this area, or I think it will make more sense if we come up off of there. So there's a chance it can still come down, but that's why I say I think it's going to come up, not drive up, but it's going to have to grab orders somewhere here. You got the old school Texas Instrument. Oh, you got the TI-89, dog. That's the TI-89. I had that. Those are goated. Well, I got a whole bunch of them. My mother was like, she was an organic chemistry teacher. I have no idea why they use those calculators, but she had a whole bunch of them. She taught organic chemistry in a high school and LIU. Bro, they gave it out in school. I downloaded Tetris on it, and every time I'd be in math class, I'd just be playing Tetris and Snake. I don't even think if you could download it. I think it was like you had to program it to do that. So this is where we closed our trade. The price is right where we closed our position. It's there again. careful if you're going to be trading the daily flip, be careful with that too. The daily flip doesn't mean the daily drive. You gonna look for positions here off the 5, have you? Just 32 area. Why, to look for another swing? Try to re-enter? Right at these lows, you don't think it's going to smash through them if it gets there? You don't think it's going to break through them? I think... Yeah. Oh, that's what came back to be? That's what stopped you out? Hmm. It's hot in here, bro. What's going on with this AC? 170 pips. Oh, but you're not even thinking about managing it. You're just... Yeah, Tuesday's gonna be a little weird. I don't know. I'm interested to really watch the charts. I just don't remember. I wasn't profitable back at the last election. I don't really have much of memory of like I was trading. Actually, Don and I just like it was like maybe a half a year into us meeting. I think we had a stream that day, but I was just like in that break even profitability stage. That's when I hit him up. I remember that. I took I took a bunch of losses in September and I hit him up in October. I was like, you know what? No, I hit him up at the end of September. I was like, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna drop my lot size and I'm dropping my lot size to one lot. I was trading 5 lots at the time. And I just switched to 5 lots. I was in for like 2 months and I was taking a lot of loss and I hit him up. I even have that Discord discussion somewhere. I was like, yo, I'm dropping my lots to one lot and I'm trading that the rest of the year. And I remember for the rest of the year I was profitable doing one lot. and that was October 2020 till December, and like I think January, half of January, I spent at one lot, and then I went back up to three, and then to five. I just needed to get back on a winning streak. I was like, I don't know, I couldn't understand it. I was like, I took like 8 losses in the span of 2 weeks. I was like, nah, I'm dropping my lots. I'm getting back on track, and I'll go back. That was a long time. It feels like a different life ago. Like I was a completely different trader, completely different person, just not even looking at the things I look for now. Nothing, none of that. Before he even said a chat, you see me start looking at top of the 4 hour on the daily because I knew it was somewhere up here. Mhm. Trader con Traders Connect, yeah. Nice. Yo, I might have a recommendation for you guys for a Forex funding company that I'm trying out right now. That seems pretty well. Like if you're in the United States, I think that would be pretty good for you. Just I'm testing out their market conditions and if it's any bullshit like with the other ones. Every funding company I've tried, there's always some shit with either the closures being like a few pips off from where I closed, or but like they've been pretty good, and I don't want to talk about them yet. But they like from what I've seen, it's been pretty lovely, and it's you know, yeah, it's yeah. I'm testing out. There's maybe two or three that I'm testing out. Okay, there's I'm testing out like I'm testing out three of them. I got accounts on three, but two of them look really decent. One's an empty five, and the other one I don't want to say what it is because you guys will probably know what it is. So, but it's not empty five. What is it? No, 30 pips of spread. Yeah, 30 pips of spread is wild. That sounds like TD Ameritrade or something. Oh, three? Oh, I could do the math in that case. No, three is fine. My spread right now is 2.4. That's not a 2.8. It's basically three. No, I'm gonna let me see how it goes. How payouts go. Let me just see how everything goes, and then I think we'll have something for you. It's the most promising thing I've seen in a long time. Nice, nice. All right, I'll tell you what the other one is. The other platform is C Trader. I don't know if you guys ever tried C Trader, but I like it. No, they offer C Trader, and it's pretty good. I'll tell you the Trade Locker is not bad either. Like it's getting there. I think Trade Locker over time will just get better and better and better. I like Trade Locker and its user interface, and it over time there will be features just added on and added on. It'll get really good, but I really like where Trade Locker's going, and I like C Trader the built out the ecosystem already. See, I don't deal with any of that. I don't do any like I do like the signals I did on Friday. Those were based off the phone, and even then it was harder to see. But like I don't do anything based off MT5. The only thing I do is like once I do the analysis here, I'll look over to my MT5 and I'll click buy or sell. But I never look at the charts on MT5. Maybe like if we have a sell stop and I want to make sure it really it's above the high, then I'll adjust it to where it is on MT5 versus Oanda. But I never look at MT5 except just to press buy or sell. Is it Raja's? No, not Raja's funding company. No, definitely not. Definitely not. But it's options. But like I don't know if you guys ever messed around with C Trader. It's very cool, and Trade Locker I think has a lot of potential. So anything else, I think that I've tried has been complete garbage. Not complete garbage, but just it's not there yet. It needs years of updates and development. Like when Trade Locker first came out, like 2 or 3 years back, or when it first started, like appearing, when people started trading on it. It was missing a lot of features too, but like it's gotten better. It's faster. I think Event MetaTrader is not that great of a system. It's just it's been around the longest, so long that it's just it anything you need it has. Yeah, but well, me not necessarily because the bot's connected to my live account, right? I wouldn't send signals off my off a funding company. That wouldn't make sense. So all the signals will remain off my live account. But I have to test out something for US clients and the funding company seem I mean, it's not bad, right? 90% profit split, even if you have to trade off C Trader or Trade Locker, it's it's pretty good and you get you get no, you get I'm talking about a funding company and they also give you payouts the same day. You don't got to wait for payouts. So, there's just a lot of good things about it, except for the fact that it's a funding company. But for U.S. clients, I think it would make a lot of sense. I think it would make sense for a lot of people. Funding pips. Yeah. Hmm. Is this the bottom wick for this 4 hour? What are we doing? This isn't pretty right here. This is where we're sitting at right now. It's not too pretty. At 15, no bottom wick. Yeah. Yeah, there's latency issues. Like, there's a lot of things to consider when choosing where you're trading. How many accounts do you use it for? And what's the max you can use it for? Nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. It's dope. So you have a lot of oversight over what happens, right? A lot of control. That's good. Look at this. Good. Traders Connect, right? I'm gonna look them up. Yeah, so we closed bearish on the 30, but bullish on the 15. Same position we were in when we took the trade, except this is the second time going through it. Um, I honestly, I wouldn't trade. I'm gonna wait till we're out of this range. I want to get out from here, or really from the top of this wick to the bottom of this wick. I want to be out of this area. I want closures outside these areas. It's just the range we've created, and we're stuck in it, and we're printing side by side. We had an attempt to come down. Market showed some volume and just stayed in range. Oh, our music. So you guys can't hear music on the Zoom side, right? Hold on. Tell me if you hear it right now or if there's going to be an echo right now. Is there an echo? Fuck. I don't know. It never used to have one. Just randomly, one day it started echoing. I don't know what happened. Cold's a little confused here. So what do we have? We have one day till election day, right? Just tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day and then elections. Is your broker open on Tuesday? The markets are open. But are the brokers open? it's gonna be an interesting week. Oh, I can already see the conversations this week talking about the elections. Pakistan. Pakistan. What's the deal? Uh-huh. Was it a buy or a sell? Well, we should care now. It'll probably be the same thing. You need to find out. Nice. No, so the election's on the 5th. We're gonna know the results on the 5th, but they don't become the president until January 20th, I think. So there's a 3 months transition period where the old president still has power for 3 more months, but you already know who the next president will be. They don't just show up the next day. It's just like, oh, Biden, pack your shit. You're evicted. No, they give them 3 months to finish out what they're doing and get out. The term actually starts January 25 till January 29. I can imagine Biden just burning everything Trump likes. Oval Office? We don't need the Oval Office. Don't need it anymore. Just brick it up. No, board it up. Get rid of the Oval Office. They be doing some like funny, spiteful shit. They're like, the presidents, like for the next president, they usually set them up with like policies, like policy-wise, they'll fuck some shit up. They're like, the last day in office, they'll be like, you know what? Let's release 4,000 murderers or something. Like, let the next guy deal with it. It'll be his fault. Presidents are funny. They be doing like right before they dip. I remember when Obama left, he did some spiteful shit for Trump. I think when Trump was leaving, they wasn't trying to work with no. Yeah, he did some spiteful shit with Biden too. It was a lot more volume. Yeah, I remember the markets just flying when Trump was in power. The thing is, we would have more volume throughout the day. Not that the daily would drive further, but there would be more instances of volume, because just there would be like random Trump tweets at 3 a.m. and all of a sudden London drives for 4,000 pips. And you're like, all right. You wake up in the morning and you're like, yep, Trump didn't sleep last night. Because he used to tweet about everything. Like, if he get bad service at like Burger King, he would tweet about it. It's like, you know how you get numbers released and you're waiting on a red folder for the numbers to release? It was the same effect. Trump would tweet about some shit and it would be like numbers being released that you didn't expect. It would be like an unexpected red folder. Oh, he's got Truth Social. The market closes, doesn't it? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, Trump is a fucking movement. He's not just like, you know, fly by night. Trump was an army. I think I'm gonna have a limit of how many times you can say Trump per stream. You know why? Because, like, remember we were on Friday, we were at 26.3k subs. We're back to 26.2k subs. Look at that. I just noticed it. I remember on Friday we were at 26.3. You guys actually subscribed. I was like, yeah, that's it. 26.4 next. Nope, back to 26.2. Thanks, YouTube. That's fucking crazy. I don't know what it is. It could be Trump. It could be a whole bunch of things. It could be just my reels. It could be anything. It could be the C word. Yeah, it could have been Eddie saying the R word, but no, that happened way later. Oh, the Russian dude. Yeah, they seen that. You know why they arrested him? Because they said he is. They accused him of being a drug trafficker and a human trafficker because he provides the platform where that happens. But that also happens on Discord. That happens on any messaging app where people communicate, right? And it's crazy because they arrested him because he wasn't allowing any other countries access, and then France arrested him. And you know, the Russians, they brought him in. The Russians brought him in, and they told him, they were like, look, we need access to Telegram. And he didn't do it, and he left Russia. And then he got... Yeah. He showed up with his girl. They arrested him and his girl. They're on the agenda. Well, because they're collaborating with the U.S. government. They were approached, and that's why they get a free pass, because they were a big like, that's election interference. When they say election was stolen, not the actual votes, but the fact that voices are silent on one side and are allowed to roam free on the other side is election interference. There's actually, I think, FCC rules for this, right? Just where networks, if you're given one candidate a certain amount of time, you are obligated to give the other candidate a certain amount of time. They had this shit. They made this big stink about. You seen Saturday Night Live yesterday? So Kamala had way more airtime than when Trump did that, and you're not allowed to do that. You got to give, because each candidate, equal amount, an opportunity for equal amount of time. If one shows up, you have to give the other candidate an opportunity. They don't have to show up, but they gotta give them an opportunity. So the FCC could take away their television license, right? Their license. So we'll see how fair they are in that, right? But technically, there's laws on the books for that not to happen, because that's election interference. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing that happens to studies and polls, right? The people paying for the study get the results they need because they're paying for the study, right? So it's never worked anywhere it's been tried. The only time, there was a good book written about this, I can't remember what it was. The only time socialism has ever worked was right after a really successful capitalism. So if you have a lot of years of capitalism and then you bring socialism in, yeah, it works, but it'll only work for a certain amount of time and then it'll fall apart. But that's the only way socialism could work, is if you have really successful capitalist system in place beforehand, then you take over and throw socialism in there. So it can last a little while, but you can't build anything upon socialism. You can redistribute. You can have a lot of redistribution once people have earned wealth, but people can't earn wealth under socialism. You're gonna have to have wealth created first, and then you can redistribute it under the socialist agenda. But yep, yeah. But Joe Rogan offered Kamala Harris the same airtime as he did Trump. He offered her. She declined. But SNL didn't, right? SNL didn't offer Trump the same airtime that they offered Camel Tits. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not unearned capital gains. People don't understand these things. They vote with how they feel. Like, I like her hair. Gets my vote. Nah. Oh. She's not black though. She's more Raja than Q Banks. She's more of a Raja than a Q Banks. She's she's not black. She's Indian. Greatest comment. She's been the first black woman as a VP, except she's not black. She's 100% Indian. Yeah, that's true. On November 3rd, 2016, price of gold was 1,300. By November 30th, it was at 1173. So it went down after the election, after the last Trump election. But it's different. We didn't know what to expect from Trump, right? Now we kind of like, we know what to expect from before. I don't know, but I don't think Barack Obama was the first black president either, right? Like he was mixed, right? But so was like Andrew Jackson and Thomas Jefferson, right? They were all mixed. They supposedly had African American blood running in their veins too. But we're more of a looks-based culture, right? It's appearance. It's not what it really is. If you saw Michael Jackson at 40, you would never call him black. If you didn't know who he was and he became famous at 40, nah, he would not be considered black. And down to 26.1K subscribers on YouTube. That just brought us down another 100. Yo, what's up with this hourly candle? We've gone nowhere. It looks exactly like the last hourly candle. I'm surprised YouTube doesn't give me a pop-up midstream for fake news. The information provided in the stream has been fact-checked. Just like midstream, big pop-up in the middle here. This is ugly. Look at this. These 4 candles, chat. That's been our session. These 4 candles. Surprised she didn't say she worked at a 7-Eleven. Yeah. Where's that thing on YouTube? Remember last time when I think last time Trump won, everyone expected Hillary to win. Like it was almost like a foregone conclusion. Every network, everybody had Hillary winning, and then it was like a Trump sweep. Hannity did a really funny one. A collage, I guess, an edit. Let me see, which one was it? Is it this one?
First and foremost, it's finally here. Where do we stand? This is where we stand.
Oh no, that's not it. Hannity did a really funny one. was. I remember when people were crying, they couldn't take it. They needed safe spaces in schools. Is this it?
Coming into the night. 260 first and foremost. It's finally
State Building in New York City. Take a look at our running tally.
I can't find it.
Hillary Clinton had tried 75,000 votes.
Oh, I gotta find it. I'm gonna play it on stream. People are gonna get so fucking. People are gonna get tight. It's gonna be major feelings caught tonight, tomorrow on stream. We're definitely gonna need bunkers if Camel Toe wins. Yo, Camel Tits is not winning. I swear, it's not gonna happen. Oh, I think it was projection compilation. That's what it was.
Hillary Clinton had.
Yeah, fingers probably bleeding because there's no more nail to bite.
I wouldn't call anything encouraging for Hillary Clinton at the moment, to be honest with you.
No, that's not it.
First and foremost.
5,000 votes plus 10 electoral. All right, take a look at this. We projected Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I can't find it. I gotta find it.
Good rest.
I'll find it. It was really funny.
Electoral votes. She wins her state of with its 5 electoral.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought it would be like 50, not 5. I thought it would be like 50 accounts, not 5 accounts. After that, or just in general? Oh. Yeah. Not bad. Yeah. Kind of like life in the South before the Civil War. Yeah. Kind of like plantation life. Many billionaires have been building bunkers, so what do they know that we don't? Bro, Elon was so correct when he said, right, there's so many billionaires that are behind Camel just because of the Epstein list, right? Because that list will be public if Trump becomes president. And if Trump releases the Epstein list, a lot of the donors are for Kamala and for the Democrats are on that list. So they're fighting tooth and nail for that not to happen, right? So they're putting up fortunes against Trump. No, he's not on an Epstein list. But he said he will make the list public if he becomes president. I think it's classified right now. Someone's asking you if you can link futures prop accounts. So the 4 hours looking to, it's reflip bullish, looking to re-break the highs. But the previous 2 hours have been very indecisive. So just because it re-breaks the highs, I wouldn't trust it. I need some closures. No bottom wick on this hourly either to start the hourly off. In the Zoom chat. The entire Diddy list has been performing at Camel Toe events. It's true. Is this it?
How about more humor to help with any of that post-election stress? Here you go.
I had the weirdest dream last night. Remember that guy who used to host The Apprentice? I dreamed we elected him president.
Like,
of installing an
And then when last night, realizing that no.
Oh yeah, it's all the people that are talking shit about him. They had a really good compilation. Because, remember in 2016, they called the election for Trump in like 5 minutes. Like, it was all Hillary. It was all Hillary. And within like 10 minutes, every network ended up calling the election for Trump. It was just a very fast sweep. They were all like, okay, this state has just gone to Trump. This state just done Trump. Looking for a trade copy to link all my funded so I don't have to run back and forth in the app. Yeah, that would be lovely. I want to see what this will do. Will this come down or come back up? Is our music or no? Our music is still there. It's just paused. think I just found it.
The Fed. So
Oh, this was it, but they don't have the video on this one. I don't know why they have the video.
I want you to listen to this montage that we found. I mean, because it just shows how god-awful they were and how absolutely flawed they are. Listen to this. This will blow your mind.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Is that people think that Donald Trump is a clown.
Donald Trump is a clown. I mean, does anybody seriously think that Donald Trump is serious about running for president?
Donald Trump, you know, he's a clown.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
Yeah, all of them are talking shit. So much shit.
So basically, this is the beginning of the end for Trump.
The beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end?
This is probably starting of the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
The strongest person usually isn't the loudest one in the room.
So right now we have Hillary's about a 75 or an 80% favorite. We have different versions of the forecast you can look at.
Poll has Hillary Clinton up by double digits nationally, 12 points, 50 to 38, a four-way race.
Clinton leading in Florida, Clinton leading in North Carolina, Clinton leading in Ohio, Clinton leading in Nevada. I could go on and on and on.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
We have a major projection right now. Donald Trump will take Ohio. And CNN projects Donald Trump will carry the state of Florida. Huge win for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, we project, will win in Kentucky, in Indiana, with its 11 electoral votes. West Virginia, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, North Dakota, with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, both North Carolina, Georgia, Iowa, Utah, Wisconsin, Arizona.
They did that within like
Kansas,
10 minutes. They just
with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.
A lot of people have laughed at me over the years. Now they're not laughing so much, I'll tell you.
It's so good, isn't it, Joel? I'll give you the last word because I think this is what we're going to expect.
That was good. There's so many doubters, and then all of a sudden he swept everything. I don't know. Now it's moving up. There's the 4-hour drive. Remember we said if any, it's got to come back up here. Whether it's going to eventually come back down or up, it's got to come up to create these top wicks. I just don't know what we're doing here with the fact that we didn't really create bottom wicks here. Very minor. So there's a chance in the previous closed indecisive, bearish. So I don't know. I think we're going to need to see some kind of drive and make a higher quality decision here for New York. Or you're going to need closures, right? You could see what the market did last time here, right? You found support at this area. Boom. So you have a support in that same area. You're probably looking for these highs. But if you're looking for these highs across the board, you'd probably, in that case, then, well, not probably, but for me to be confident in the position, you'd need that closure here. You'd need that wick fill here, right? And you'd need to start this candle like this. You'd want that entry somewhere in, well, you'll drop down time frames. You'll look for support in this area or resistance. You'll see there's one right there, right? You want that bottom wick somewhere to that area. If you get that bottom wick to that area, you take, that's where the buy comes in. Because if you close like this and the first thing you do is come down here, you're right, and do this and start coming down, you're gonna need top wicks for the candle to drive down. And let's say you don't get a top wick, right? 90% of the time you will, sometimes you don't. You don't get a top wick. An entry here will let you manage risk on the next candle, because if this candle doesn't drive up and continues down, right, and if it ends up looking like this, disregard this little box right here. But if it's looking like that, you're gonna have the next candle give you that top wick to bounce off this area to continue down, and you'll have a chance to manage risk. See, that's why an entry there on the bottom wick is a solid entry. In case you are wrong, it'll give you a chance to manage that risk. You'll take your pineapples here. If it just continues driving, you'll be able to play this for the W. This little area will be your win. But you gotta plan this out ahead of time. Okay? So that's what I would look for. I would look for that closure outside the range and to see if we could get a bottom wick entry at this area here. And if you can, eventually what you're looking for is this. Right? You're looking for that. And that's the next area where market will make a decision. Does it continue up to these highs up there, or will it come back down? But I think for now, you have to wait for that closure. And if you don't get that closure in the next hour, you probably want to wait for a higher volume time, like pre-London, London, or NY. Yeah, but I think we'll call it a session here. It's just hasn't done much. Hasn't really moved. We've ranged for the session. I'll be on tomorrow, 8 a.m. It's our election week. Election week trading. Should be fun. We'll do a little bit of trading. We'll do a little bit of election week coverage. We'll have some decent conversations. We'll get a chance to get shadow banned again. Come on, YouTube, what's the deal? I'm about to start streaming my feet. Let's see what happens. Don't get shadow banned for that. Anyway, yeah, let's call it a session, gang. I'll see you guys. Yo. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Only feet fans. That's right. All right. If you're gonna stay and trade, just be careful. Wait for your closures. Right. Wait for your closures where you have your optimal entry for risk management. That's what I'll say. All right. My time's up, gang. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Yes, sir. Good night. For sure, for sure. Thanks for showing up and actually talking, being part of the conversation. Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool. You don't have to give me an excuse. I'm not going to fail you. Yeah, because I'm so used to you being on here, especially because Asian session he was always on. All right, gang. See you guys tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Good night.